Assalamualaikum everyone, hope so you all are going great and well. So welcome to my YouTube channel, welcome back to the video, welcome back to the lecture. If you are new, so don't forget to like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. And if you have any question or English, Urdu, math, science, comment on any of my video, I'll go through that as soon as possible. So today again, after 1 week I am here because I was a bit busy, so that's why. Today again we all left it on earth and its resources. So today we're gonna do the water cycle. So it's basically our today's topic, states of water. Now, how many states of water means in how many states does water exists, like which forms does water exists. So water can exist in three states. First, solid, it can be ice, then liquid water, and then gas water vapors. Like here it's regarding water. Now we are three states of water. We are talking about three states of water: solid, liquid, and gas. Because we are gonna study the states of not matter, water. We are gonna do the states of water. So water exists in three states: solid, liquid, and gas. It can exist in solid states as in ice, liquid state as in water itself, and gas state as in water vapors. So when water changes from one state to another, we call it as change of state. So when it transforms from one form into another form, we say that it's a change of water state. Now, what is a water cycle? So water cycle, the movement of water between the earth's surface and the atmosphere, is called water cycle. Like when the water moves between the earth surface, means the phenomena of earth, and the atmosphere of earth, like the layers of earth, is called water cycle. So it continuously moves, and we are having the amount of water we are having present with us can never be decreased or increased. Water amount of water on earth will remain same, but yeah, it can be its percentage of being dirty, like 97% is saline and 2 we can drink only 3% is able to we are able to drink it. So it can be changed. So but the percentage of water present in with us is permanent and it cannot be changed. Okay, the water cycle is important because why is water cycle important? It helps refill or fresh water resources. Like we can refill our fresh water resources. That means clean water, accessibility of availability, accessibility of clean water, to regulate it, and then to distribute water throughout the world. It means throughout all the living organisms, and making water able to travel to the water bodies. It's called the water cycle, and it's a phenomena that's used. Now, why we use water cycle? First of all, it basically help us regulate the water weather patterns and atmosphere. That means weather patterns as well as atmosphere. It helps us to regulate it. And if water did not naturally cycle itself, we run out of clean water, which is very essential for life. Like if we do not do, if the process of water cycle was not there, then we would run out of clean water very easily and very quickly. The water cycle. So here are the processes of water cycle. So very first process of water cycle is evaporation. Then after evaporation, the process of condensation occurs, and then after the process of condensation, precipitation occurs, and after precipitation, collection occurs. So we are gonna discuss about four main steps of water cycle. But to tell you that we are also having precipitation, we are having precipitation, evaporation, and evaporation we are also having transpiration. Like evaporation is from the water bodies, and transpiration is from the sun of loss of water vapors from aerial parts of the plants, and then runoff, accumulation, infiltration. These are also collection. Other name is accumulation. Okay. Evaporation. So coming to the evaporation, when the sun heats the liquid water on the surface of ponds, rivers, or lakes, the liquid water vapors and turns into water. Liquid water evaporates and turns into water vapor. Like when the sunlight warms the surface of water bodies. Now here, when sunlight warms the surface of the water bodies, what's meant by it is that when the sunlight it comes on the surface of the water bodies, what does it does is that it warms its surface. Okay, it warms its surface. So when it warms the surface, sunlight warms the surface of water bodies, then on the surface it can be the surface of ponds, rivers, lakes, or liquid. Now what happens after warming the surface? The water vapors, they turn into water evaporates and it turns into water vapors. Here you can see is that this is the water. When heat is provided, heat warms the surface of water, then the in form of gas the water gets evaporated. So this is basically liquid into gas is the state change of it. Evaporation is a process that changes liquid water into gaseous water, that means water vapors. So basically, evaporation is a type of vaporization that occurs on the surface of a liquid as it changes into the gas phase. A high concentration of evaporating substance in the surrounding gas significantly slows down evaporation, such as when humidity affects the rate of evaporation of water. So simply you can say that evaporation is a process by which a liquid turns into a gas. It's also one of the three main steps in global water cycle. Got it? So this is the step of evaporation. Then coming towards condensation. Now, as the water vapors rise, they gather, cool down, and then change into tiny water droplets, liquid, which form clouds. This process is called condensation, and it's reverse of evaporation. Like condensation is basically liquid into gas, whereas evaporation is liquid into gas, whereas condensation is gas into liquid. And in condensation, what occurs when the clouds rise higher in the atmosphere? They condense to cool back down. Okay, wait. When the clouds rise higher in the atmosphere, they gather. That means they basically come together, and then they condense to cool back down, and then they form the water droplets, and those water droplets join together to form clouds, which we see. So basically, condensation is a process where water vapors become liquid. It is a reverse action of evaporation, where liquid water becomes a vapor. Condensation happens to one of the two ways: either the air is cooled to its dew point, or it becomes so saturated with water vapors and it cannot hold it anymore water. Okay, so simple definition of condensation, you can say condensation is a process where water vapor becomes liquid. It's a reverse action of evaporation, where liquid water becomes a vapor. Condensation happens one of two ways: either the air is cooled to its dew point, or it becomes so saturated with the water air that it cannot hold it anymore. Okay, so this was condensation or precipitation. Precipitation, when water droplets in clouds get heavy enough, they fall on the earth's surface as rain is snow from the atmosphere. And it is when after the process of condensation, what happens? The cloud rise very high. Okay, when the cloud rise, after that, when much water is condensed now, air cannot hold it anymore. Air cannot hold it anymore, and it falls in the ground. It can be either rain, snow, hail, etc. Okay, precipitation is any liquid or frozen water that forms in the atmosphere and falls back to the earth. It comes in many forms like rain, sleet, and snow, along with evaporation and condensation. Precipitation is one of the three major part of the global warming cycle. Now what is in chemistry? You can say that. What is precipitation? So the action or process of precipitating a substance from a solution. A simple definition is that, okay, so precipitation is water released from clouds in form of rain, freezing rain, sleet, snow, or hail. Precipitation is a man way atmospheric water returns to the surface of the earth. Most precipitation falls as rain. Okay, then we're having collection. So as water returns to the earth's surface, it will run off in our rivers, lakes, streams, and glaciers when they are temporarily collected and stored, and finally falls in the ocean. That means that the water finally, when it gets collected in the water bodies, and then the steps begins again. Okay, so water on earth is not pure. So water has ability to dissolve most of the substances in it. It can dissolve minerals from the grounds, which changes its colors and taste. So that's why sometimes we when we drink water, we can color visibility, we can see the color and we can observe the color, and it also has a taste. Why seawater is salty and liver water is not? Because it has salt in a larger amount and other minerals dissolved in it. Okay, seawater is salty and river water is not, because salt is in larger amount and other minerals do dissolve in it. So water pollution, cause of water pollution, people dispose of their waste and trash in water. So when people they dispose of their trash in water, then it causes water pollution. And factories dispose of chemicals and waste in water, due to which water gets polluted. Effects of water pollution, so it can harm plants and human beings. Okay, it can harm both of them. Ways to purify water, so first of all, filtration and boiling. Now, filtration is a process by which we can separate insoluble solid from a liquid by using a filter paper, and boiling a process we can where we can turn the liquid into gaseous states upon heating. A TDS meter is a small handed held device used to indicate the total dissolved salts in a solution, usually water. So this is TDS. We should test drinking water associationally through TDS meter for dissolved minerals. Okay, now here these are the process. Okay, evaporation, then condensation, precipitation, then collection. So this is it for today. Hope you like my today's lecture. See you in another lecture. Bye bye and Allah Hafiz.